Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. You can call me Damian and I'm a fourth year radiography student. If you are new here, please hit the subscribe button and make sure you turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Okay, so today I'll be talking about something very real, CGPA. Let's face it, nobody enters university with the mindset to fail or to have a bad CGPA. And as a student I'm currently in my fourth year, and yes, I'm still struggling with my CGPA, hoping to graduate with what I want. Most of the times I wonder, is it too late? Can I still graduate with a strong result? Just like so many students, I didn't really understand what university life required. Initially at 100 level, I didn't really manage my time well. I didn't really read I read actually, but I didn't read how I was supposed to read. I didn't get the right advice early on, during my 100 level days. And it's just like that for so many students coming into university. So many students, they face pressure from their parents, from their guardians, regarding graduating with a very good result. Most of them first class, second class upper, but we know it's not easy. The pressure is too much on the youths, on students in school. I'm also in that pressure. I know what it's like actually. So even if you're in 100 level, 200 level, and you are just coming across this my video, well, I'm here to share good news. You have come to the very right place, because this video, I'm going to break down so many things you can do for you to work on your CGPA. It's not too late. Don't panic. You don't have to panic. It's not too late. You can still do something about it. I believe there is still time to do something about it. You need to take notes of these points I'll be listing regarding working on your CGPA. The first point is that you need to understand and accept that you have made a mistake. That's the first thing you need to do. You need to tell yourself, I have been playing, I have not been reading, I have not been doing my best. So you need to accept this. Don't stay in denial. So after accepting that you have made a mistake, the next thing to do is to seek for help. And when I say help, I mean academic help, like meeting people that are better than you in the aspects that you are not good in, like meeting your teachers, your lecturers. Just seek for help. So that help now will help you tackle those problems better, and you get better in it actually. Another thing you can do when seeking for help is having class groups. You can just be 4 or 5 in the group. People are doing study, like a study group actually, yes. People read together, even going for tutorials, lessons. It also helps. I'll tell you a story. When I was back then in 200 level, there's this course, metabolism of biomolecules. Yes, it's a biochemistry course. To be honest, that course was really hectic for me. I found it really hard to understand it. So what did I do? I started going for tutorials, even night tutorials. My class then, they knew it was a big problem for students, so they held night tutorials, free tutorials actually. So I was attending, and I won't lie, even with the tutorials, I was still finding it hard. Then yes, another thing, when seeking for help, YouTube should be a friend. Even ChatGPT, when seeking for help, these two apps should be very close to you. They should be your best friend, because you can also always run there and they will be of help. I'm not even lying with this. So always seek for help. So another point is to manage your time ruthlessly. This point now is for those social media people, because now what takes most of students' time is social media, nothing else. Those TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, especially TikTok. I know of a girl that she spends more than 8 hours each day on TikTok, burning data. Now save that data is even cost. So you have to manage your time. Frankly speaking, time waits for no one. Your time is the most important factor in your life, and if you are wasting it, then how will you work on your CGPA? If you are spending 5 hours daily on TikTok and using 10 minutes to read your book, then the other time to sleep, how will you work on your CGPA? You need to, where the problem lies. You need to read your book. You need to focus on your books. I didn't say you should not watch social media, don't watch TikTok. Yes, all work and no play isn't good. There's time for everything. There's time to work, there's time to play. So now that you know your CGPA is in trouble, like you have to work on your CGPA, that means you know where to focus your attention more on, and that should be on your books if you are working towards building your CGPA. So read more, stay on your books more, then you can later on go for other activities. Maybe you have anything to, you want to go and play ball. For the guys that love playing football, watching football, there's time for everything. Just learn to schedule everything properly. Another point is improving your study methods. You see, one thing about reading is that it doesn't matter how long you read. It's not about reading for long hours. It's about understanding. That's what many students don't know. They waste their time, not like they don't waste their time, but like they spend their time reading, like long reading, and they don't even understand. If you ask them, if you bring that same book they have been using to read and you ask them questions from that book, they can't answer anything. This happens. I'm not even lying in this one. So one thing is knowing what works for you as an individual, as a student. Most people they can read 5 chapters at once and they understand everything, but some people can't do like that. If you know you can read only 2 and understand, then you read those 2. Maybe you can take a break, you come back. If you're able to understand that way, most people is YouTube. I will always say many students downplay the use of YouTube. They downplay the significance of YouTube. YouTube is very, very important. I won't even lie. Most people, they even use YouTube, but they don't know you can use YouTube for educational purpose. They only go to YouTube to watch movies, watch Nollywood. But I'm telling you, me as a student, YouTube, I don't know, I can't even start to mention the things I've learned from YouTube. I've learned a lot from YouTube. Even this ChatGPT, I make use of it very well, to be honest. So, as a student, you should know what works for you. Another thing is timing of maybe your time. Some people prefer day reading, some people prefer reading in the night. Anyone that works for you, you do. For easier assimilation. That's the thing to understand. Improve your study methods. Don't just read anyhow. What works for A might not work for B. Yes, it's the truth. Everybody no get the same head. Sorry for the pigeon. Okay, the next point now is aiming for really high results. Yes, and when I say aiming for high results, I mean like some courses can be really hard. Yes, but still you could aim for an A. When you aim for A and you walk towards that A, even if you don't get that A, you might end up entering a B. And B is not that bad. You can even still get that A, but if you should aim for A, even if you have to fall, you will fall within something closer to the A, which is a B. So it's really good to aim high. Yes, it's really good, because once you aim high, you're working towards that. So even if anything should happen, it does not go your way, you will fall into something closer to that. So yes, always aim high, be optimistic, work towards the best. That's one thing you should know. And yes, another very important point, in fact this is if you don't have this one, then you are making a very terrible mistake, is God factor. You should make God your friend. You should have a good relationship with God. That is with God, forget CGPA. Without God, forget CGPA. Like, you should have God if you are working towards building your CGPA. In fact, if you are working towards building anything successfully, you should put God first. God first. Sometimes this CGPA struggle can be really depressing. It can mess with your head. I'm a student as well. I know how many times I have cried. I know how many times I have laid on my bed in thoughts, so depressed. Because there's pressure, honestly, pressure to graduate with a good CGPA. There's competition in the labor market. You need to stand out, even with skills. So there's lots of competition and pressure. So I really understand what many students are going through, because I'm also a student. I'm still a student. So you should know that one bad semester does not define who you are. So it's not too late. Keep working towards success. Keep working towards greater things, greater achievements, and I promise you, you will achieve it. Even if you don't get what you want, you get something closer to it. So yes, don't feel bad. So that's it for today. If this video helped, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe so that other people can see it too. Other students need to see this, so don't forget to subscribe. And yes, if you're struggling with your CGPA, you should drop a comment in the comment section. You're not alone. Just write something in that comment section. You're not alone. Let's talk about it.